Joining me now is Newsweek's Senior Editor-at-Large and Article 3 Project Senior Counsel, Josh Hammer. Josh, today President Joe Biden lashed out at the Supreme Court decision granting immunity for official acts. He called the 6-3 decision a terrible disservice to the people of America and a dangerous precedent. The newly spray-tanned Joe Biden spent under 5 minutes reading a prepared statement from a pair of teleprompters.
Each of us is equal before the law. No one is above the law, not even the President of the United States.
He then refused to take any questions before walking away.
Why are the best Democrats to beat Trump?
What did you make of that? It was quite an astonishing attack against the Supreme Court. Some very strong statements made there, but again, not willing to answer any questions, not willing to deviate from that prepared statement.
Yeah, well, first of all, I mean, he did himself absolutely no favors with that appearance right there. He did not quell any of the doubts that are mounting, not just among conservatives, but among Democrats as well. You know, the poll that we saw over the weekend, Rita, was that 72% of Americans say that Joe Biden does not have the cognitive ability to serve a second term. Frankly, I see that poll and I say, who the heck are the 28%? I mean, did they watch the same debate that I watched last Thursday evening here in the United States? This man is obviously palpably senile. It's sad, honestly, on a human being level. It's frankly just quite sad. But when it comes to the specific merits of the Trump immunity case, which is a victory for Donald Trump, it definitely is a victory. It's not an absolute victory, but it is the best possible outcome of all the plausible scenarios for Donald Trump there. It's very important to understand what the court did. There has been so much lying and fabrication here in American liberal media. They're saying that the Supreme Court has allowed a president to get away with bloody murder. Well, no, they actually really haven't. They very clearly said that unofficial acts that have nothing to do with your core constitutional prerogative can get prosecuted after you are president. But even more to the point, Rita, this line that we hear from Sonia Sotomayor, the liberal justice who dissented, this line that we hear from Joe Biden right there, they say over and over again, no one is above the law. No president is above the law. Well, do you know what the supreme law of the land here is in the United States? It's the Constitution. It literally says that in Article 6. It's called the Supremacy Clause. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. And if the Constitution requires some level of immunity from prosecution so that the executive can do his job, then that is the law. That is the law. So no president is above the Constitution. That doesn't mean we know what the Constitution is. So the whole thing is just absolutely crazy. But Joe Biden is out to lunch as always. The only question now, obviously, is whether he's going to be forced out of this presidential race.